Hey you guys, welcome back. Today we're going to take this this orchid that I overwatered and we're going to help it out. We're going to finally transplant it and hopefully it will regrow and be healthy again. I let it dry out for about a week. You guys saw this in one of my last videos. It was a mishap. I left it in a bucket of water for too long, and yeah, the roots didn't like that very much. The orchid roots like good air circulation, and they like to be moist but not wet, and they also like to dry out between waterings. Well, not all orchids, but some orchids. This one likes to approach dryness before I give it a drink, but this one was, I'm feeling it. It feels like dry, crispy grossness. I can't even explain. They all feel hollow, all the roots. So this is an Acara Pacific Nova. Finally found the tag. And yeah, come on in closer. We'll trim off the roots. We're going to use this pot. I bought a bunch of these clear pots from my local garden center, or one of my local garden centers. I have multiple fantastic garden centers to choose from. And this was 99 cents. I think it's a 6-inch. Oh, no, it says 5-inch pot. And I've got my orchid mix here already pre-mixed with sphagnum moss and some orchid bark. I don't know whether you can see that. There's a glare coming in from the window. So yeah, come on in closer. We'll trim off the roots and we'll see what we can do here. Okay, so here we go. As you can see, the roots are not looking so great. Some of them not so bad. Some of them still have some life in them. But for the most part, they're all toast. They feel hollow. They almost feel like styrofoam. That's what I'm looking for. Styrofoam. But up near the base, I can see that there's some good roots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to sterilize them with some rubbing alcohol. You don't generally see the rubbing alcohol, but it's here. Just use one of these face wipe pads and just get a healthy amount on there. Then just let it rest for a few seconds. Might as well try to clean my scissors from the last time while I'm waiting. It's amazing how dirty things get around my home when it comes to the plant stuff. Put the lid back on this. I don't need it dumping all over the place. And I'm using this this bucket. Some of you were interested in where I got this bucket from. It's got my orchid media dampened, and it's like my little storage container. This is actually a countertop compost bin, and I got this from Amazon. It was just a spur of the moment buy. I thought it was bigger. It's quite small. It's probably 8 or 10 inches across and about that same deep. And it just is too small for the compost bags that I use. But I liked it because I love the green. I love the green inside and the nice crisp white outside. Okay, so these guys I've sterilized my scissors. Just gonna go in. I'm not even gonna try to figure out what's good and what's bad. I'm just gonna trim everything back. If it was a good root, it will branch out and give us some new. Just remove any of this yucky dead growth. Hope I was in frame there. Might as well trim this off. Fantastic. Yes, this new growth here, I don't know whether you can see, but right down at the base of the new growth, there's some new little baby roots coming out. So that's a bonus. So I'm just going to fill this pot up with some media. and I'm going to make sure that this orchid is firmly in place. I'm just going to fill up some around the plant. I only want to be at the top of the root system. I don't want to bury the pseudobulbs at all. That will cause rot. And you want to make sure that the plant is secure. This plant here, I might have to go down and get some of my my bonsai wire and wire it across just to hold it in place so it doesn't budge around, so it won't move. But for now, this will be fine. It doesn't seem to want to move very much. It seems pretty secure in its place. I will keep you posted on this plant, and maybe in a few months we'll see some root development, and I'll let you know how it's going. Again, I think that this plant will make a full recovery. I don't have any worries about that. Orchids are pretty resilient, as long as for the most part they get the correct care. If you're not giving it the proper environments it needs to grow, obviously it won't do well. But for the most part, they're happy campers in my home. So got a little bit of extra soil in here, or mix. Might as well use it up. Super. Well, anyway, thanks for joining me on this journey. It will be an ongoing process, and like I said, I will keep you posted. Oh, I also have this this brown bit on the leaf. I'm not sure whether this is a fungal problem or a bacterial problem, or just maybe it's burning of the leaf. I'm not sure. It's on an older leaf, so I'm just going to cut it down. Again, these are sterilized scissors. I have some cuts on my finger and it's hitting the alcohol that my finger burns. So I just trim those off below where the yellow is. There we go. As you can see, it's brown and then kind of a yellowish tone and then green. I trimmed it below the yellowish tone so that hopefully we got all of the infection. If there was an infection, it might not have been anything. Could have been just a natural cause. So anyway, happy growing, everyone. And stay tuned for more. Another one is I got some mail. Ken, if you're watching, thank you so much for sending me these Venus flytrap seeds. It was so nice. He was watching